Hey folks, Brendan here from Bluelight. Now, if you're in the police recruitment process, especially the direct entry detective process, then it's highly likely that you're going to be asked a question about difficult decisions. So I've been doing this now for over 10 years. Actually, I've been helping people in the police sector when I was a sergeant as an inspector now for over 26 years to succeed in promotion boards, specialist interviews. So I know my way around the interview processes that the police use, and one of the common questions that's asked, and especially for the detective process, unless it's the Met, by the way, who just do an entry exercise and a briefing, but for other forces they do an interview, and it's highly likely you're going to be asked a question about analysing information in order to make a difficult decision. So I'm going to tell you a little story now from last night. So last night I ran one of my practice webinars for those people who are going through the recruitment process and have their interviews ahead of them. And one of them actually said, I failed my process in the past and I predicted the questions that they were asked in the past. And they were like, how did you know? Well, the police are so predictable. If they're going to recruit you to be a detective, they're going to ask certain questions which really fit the role of a detective. So questions about resilience, about partnership working, about collaborating with others, about challenging inappropriate behaviour, about overcoming obstacles, and about difficult decisions. So my client last night told the story of how they're really stuck and they can't come up with an answer because every day I make decisions, is what they said. Now, when I probed a little bit and found out they were a social worker, straight away I was thinking, bingo, you will have awesome examples of when you have made difficult decisions. Her reply was, well, I follow the guidance, I follow policy, I follow the rules. Those aren't difficult decisions. They're just decisions, aren't they? Well, yeah, she was right. But what we were looking for last night, we spent about 20 minutes going through it. By the way, now she's got an awesome answer. Oh my goodness, this answer is going to nail it, completely nail it. It's going to be a really high scoring answer. And if you're a member of the interview course and you've got the webinar option, make sure you ask to join the interview course webinars Facebook group, where there's over a year's worth of recordings of these practice webinars, which you can access if you're a member of the interview course with the webinar option. So watch this one. It's from the 25th, hang on, what date are we on now? The 25th of April. It's the 25th of April, 2022 one. They're all dated in the group, so look out for that one. It's an awesome discussion. You're going to learn so much from it. So what we actually looked for was a time when this individual didn't follow the rules, where they did not follow the guidance, where they looked at the guidance and they decided that the guidance was not helpful in this process, that they had to do the right thing, and the right thing wasn't necessarily using the guidance. Now think about the film about Douglas Bader, Reach for the Skies, an old black and white movie from World War II, and there's a clip from there where Harry Hill, his senior officer, was saying to him something along the lines of how rules are for the obedience of fools and the guidance of wise men. And this is exactly the point. In the police as well, you're encouraged to make decisions which are the right decisions, even though it may go against policy or guidance. The only thing you can't go against is the law of the land. If you breach that, then you're breaking the law. If you breach the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, you're breaking the law. You can't do that, but you can breach policy and guidance if you have a rationale for doing so. And so we used an example of where she'd done this, where she'd actually gone outside of guidance, outside of policy, and she's really worried that the police wouldn't like that. Oh my goodness, they'd love it. And this was backed up by one of my old colleagues who was on the webinar, who's hopefully going to come and join us very soon. Serving officer still, called Andrea, senior officer in Greater Manchester Police. Awesome mentor and supporter of individuals all the way through her career. So hopefully she'll be going to join us soon. She was on the webinar as well. She absolutely agreed with the points I made. And actually she raised another point, that what you need to do here is to raise the game in your answer in respect of putting yourself in the shoes of the individuals concerned and really trying to get a feel for what it must be like to be them, and looking out for their needs, because their needs and what the right thing to do was in this set of circumstances was outside of policy and was outside of guidance. Anyway, there was a big 20-minute discussion about how to construct the answer. My client has got an awesome answer now. This is what you need to do, folks. It's a common question. I've been asked this question so many times at interview boards, to get promoted to sergeant, to get promoted to inspector. I can remember running the last mile after a hill climb walk race that we had to do as part of the recruitment process for Cheshire back in 1985. Yep, 3 days and 2 nights in the Welsh Mountains. It was very different back then. But in the last mile, I had Inspector Jeff Churchman running next to me saying, "So, Mr. O'Brien, tell me about a time when you've made a difficult decision." And so whilst I'm running the last mile of this 12-mile speed march up and down mountains, I'm giving him an answer. It's a common question, but don't confuse it with big life decisions, and don't confuse it with every day I make decisions in my role. The best answers are the ones where you've gone outside of guidance and policy. That's where the magic is. That's where the awesome answers are going to be. And don't worry, the police are going to be okay with it as long as you've got a good rationale. And my client from last night, oh my goodness, awesome rationale, awesome. So there you go, folks, a little bit of guidance there on the difficult decisions questions that you are going to get because they're so common. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you'd like to find out more, if you'd like to find out how to join those courses, how to join those webinars, how to succeed, I guarantee success actually. You do the work I show you, you do the hard work, I'll show you the way, that's part of the deal. You will succeed, you will pass, and if you don't, I'll give you a full refund. How fair is that? That's how confident I am in what I do. It works, it works, it works. Actually, check out the Trustpilot reviews below. They're the proof. You know, I can't make those up. They're Trustpilot reviews. 5 stars on Trustpilot, really proud of that. Let's keep it up, folks. And I'll catch up with you very soon. Bye-bye for now.